On the other spectrum, even though Marvel is not making 100% badass shit, that was okay, and it's palatable. It's palatable. I can lick it. I'm gonna give you something that if I took a lick, I'd probably throw up all the beer I just drank. And it's probably the worst fucking episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi I have ever seen yet. The worst to date, Kike. Episode 5, to me, I'm just gonna come right on and say it, is the worst episode I've ever seen so far.
Harsh words over here. Let's see why. I want to hear why.
All right, we're gonna start from the beginning, and right away they start with their fucking Disney bullshit. And for those of you who don't know, I have a picture here, freeze framed it. They show Coruscant, and I knew it was Coruscant or whatever the fuck it's called. You fucking nerds! I knew it was gonna be a flashback because we talked about it in the leaks already. Fuck you, Pike. But anyway,
no, I'm just laughing because you're getting fucking mad.
Well, yeah, getting mad and shit because you motherfuckers want to try to call me out. But anyways, here we are, and sneaking in their bullshit Mickey Mouse hidden in the fucking city. Fuck you, Disney.
When it's so obvious, it's like, oh, it's me.
That's some fucking horse shit, some forced bullshit, Kike. And I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you? You sons of bitches.
I wonder if you saw something in the graphical fucking shit of this show.
We're gonna keep going.
Okay.
Because we're not done. All right. Okay. That was the first slap in the face, right? The episode just started, by the way, and I'm like, shit. Yeah. And then here we go. We see a flashback with Hayden Christensen and fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi. And by the way, Obi-Wan Kenobi's wearing the fakest wig in the world. That is obviously not his hair. I mean, I've seen drag queens downtown that have better wigs than this motherfucker. I'm serious. Yeah. Then this motherfucker just looks fake as fuck. But here's the worst part: is Hayden Christensen. They didn't even bother de-aging him.
I know. What the fuck, dude?
I mean, like, this is supposed to take place in between Attack of the Clones and in between Return of the Sith, because he doesn't have the scar yet. So he's supposed to look still pretty young. And he still looks older than anything. He's got wrinkles. He's fucking 40-some years old here and shit. This is bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really fucking bad.
This is fucking bad.
I fucking, I'm so fucking proud that you fucking noticed that instead of being all fucking like, oh, I'm fucking like, I love this shit. No,
this is what
fucked up on his face big time, dude.
You know what happens after you pay $5 billion for a franchise? You don't have enough money to fucking pay your visual effects artist to fucking do a good job, you pussies.
Exactly.
This is sad and pathetic.
Yeah.
I was mad already. The episode just started, Kike, and already I'm mad. Oh, but they're not mad. They're not done pissing me off, Kike. They're not done. Then we see Darth Vader, because apparently Darth Vader is the one who's having this flashback. All right, Darth Vader is the one having this flashback.
He's the one conflicted.
Yeah. And he turns around because they say, Darth Reva is here to see you, sir. And Darth Reva's here is like, it's an honor to be on board your ship and shit. And he's like, shut the fuck up and kneel, bitch. And she kneels, and right away he tells her, you're the new Grand Inquisitor, and you give her a little badge and shit. And I'm like, this is the lamest fucking shit I'm seeing right away. It's like, dude, like, it wasn't even cool. The scene was not cool. It was forced. It wasn't
grandiose. Yeah.
It should have been, honestly, look, I hate Reva, but it should have been, like, Kike, that word that you say it again.
Grandiose. It should have been more
that.
Fucking, like,
it should have been amazing.
More like,
she's finally promoted all her suffrage or whatever, women's rights, whatever black bullshit you want to throw at me.
And if she was a really good actress, she would have a smirk in her fucking like when she lifted her head, like
this
like
scene.
Yes, now I am.
I was embarrassed for this scene. It was weak. And not only that, it was forced, and I was all like, fuck this. So right then and there, Kike, I gave up on the episode already.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't give a fuck already. This is bad. We get over there, and the rebels are over there, and Kunjami's there, and Kunjami tells him, like, hey, man, like, fucking, because of you guys and I helped you, now I'm wanted, so I'm over here and shit, but it's okay, because there's a lot of business right here. There's a lot of dumb motherfuckers think I'm a Jedi and shit, and so he's all happy and shit, you know? And then the little drone comes out, and it goes and it starts fucking shit up, and it fucks up these wires, and when it fucks up the wires, it closes the door to where the ships take off from. And they're all like, shit, we're trapped here, and shit, we're all gonna die. And so they start having another flashback, another de-age bullshit, and with bad wigs and shit. And Anakin is fighting really aggressively. He's fighting like if he's in fucking Attack of the Sith or Revenge of the Sith, and it still doesn't make sense why he's fighting with so much anger and aggressiveness. If he's still, you know, like, I don't know. I just feel that, you know what it is? And I'm going to come out and say it. Fuck it. Hayden Christensen sucks as an actor.
No, but
it's good to see him back. It's good to see him back, but he sucks ass. And this whole scene sucks ass because he's acting like a dumbass. He's like, I'm like, God damn it.
And we should have an actor in a while, right? Too.
He's never acted. He only made like 3 movies in his life and shit. This is bad. This is like some bullshit.
Well, I'll tell you this though, like the aging on this scene looks a lot better than the other scene. The other scene looks fucking horrible. This one looks a little bit more like, okay, I can. I
think I know why. It's because the first scene that we saw was done by a Mexican studio, and those motherfuckers were too busy sleeping and shit, taking siestas and shit.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't. We're just fucking putting down our own fucking brown boys.
I'm just calling the facts, all right? Because I'm one of them. I be sleeping too. I don't give a fuck. They're getting paid for this. Cheers, Kike. We're drinking here for that silence. Yeah. Hey, they get to the planet, and they send off 2 ships down there.
All
right. They get 2 ships down there. We get the fucking so they barricade everything. We're gonna stay in here. Darth Reeva gets there and starts to the stormtroopers to open that shit up right now, and they're all like, shit. We don't know how to fix the doors and shit. And it's like Obi-Wan's like, well, isn't there somewhere you can fix it? And he's like, yeah, but it's up there and shit, and it's really small opening. Nobody fits there. And Leia's all like, yeah. All of a sudden, little Princess Leia out of nowhere, 6-year-old, like, hey, I'll do it. I'll get in there and I'll fix it and shit. And then
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Thanks be to God that Roic or whatever the fucking Ice Cube's son is the only smart one there, and is all like, oh, shut up, little girl, get the fuck out of here. And Obi-Wan gets mad. Hey, you trust her, you listen to her because you listen to me, motherfucker. And yeah, he's like, we don't have time for this little girl and shit. And Obi-Wan is the dumbass that says, no, you listen to this little girl because she's right, and you listen to me. Get up there, Leia. Get into that crawl space with all those dangerous wires and don't get electrocuted. And then he turns around and tells Kunjami, he tells him, look after her. What? You just told her to go in there in a dangerous crawl space with all these like wires, and then you tell me look after her? Fuck you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's what I would have told him. And then what pisses me off is that the amazing Leia, 6-year-old, little 10-year-old, I'm 10 years old, but I look like I'm 6, goes in there and shit. Mind you, this was a little girl that could not fix her little droid earlier. She couldn't fix it. Obi-Wan had to fix it for her, but all of a sudden she's smart enough to go in there and fuck around with wires and save the day, Kike.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Everything you said was right.
Fuck you, Disney. Just insulting my intelligence? Like, you think I'm stupid? Like, what the fuck's going on here?
No, you know, that's why I drifted off. I was like, oh, fuck.
It gets worse. It gets worse. This is the worst writing in a series, in the history of any series. Obi-Wan gets a message, and it's from Bail Organa, and Bail Organa basically tells him, yay, I haven't gotten a message from you. I don't know if the little girl's alive. I don't know if you're alive. But if you don't contact me in a day or 2, I'm headed to Tatooine, and I'm going to protect the boy, because I'm going to assume that you're fucked and that Leia's been captured. And Obi-Wan's like, well, fuck. And instead of deleting the message, he keeps it saved in his pocket for later. I don't know why. Why would you want anyone else to see that? It's a super important message. Let me just put it back in my pocket. Let me not delete it or destroy it and shit. All right, but let's keep going, Kike.
You know, I am a Jedi, but I might forget, so that's why I want to keep it.
It's been 10 years since I've used my brain. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. It keeps getting worse, Kike. This is the worst writing.
The fucking future of a fucking Jedi that could not harness a fucking simple memory of someone saying some simple information.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you never know. I might forget. I'm gonna keep it.
You fucking idiot! Oh my god, we can keep going. This gets worse, Kike. This gets worse. No, worse. They're killing Star Wars before our eyes. Yeah, they're killing, raping it. It keeps going.
Don't say that R word.
Yeah. Anyways, Darth Revan gets there and starts trying to talk to Obi-Wan. And here's where the wokeness and the bullshit happens, and the shit that doesn't make any fucking sense. And I'll explain why it doesn't make any sense to all you woke ass motherfuckers trying to defend a fucking character, trying to call me a racist, even though I'm fucking darker than any of you motherfuckers. Here we go.
Here we go.
Obi-Wan finds out and says, the only reason you know that it's Anakin is Vader is because you must have been a child and he saw, and she tells him the story. He's like, hey, I was there and he showed up and he killed all of us and he stabbed me with a lightsaber and he left me for dead. And I survived. And I'm just like, right away, I survived. As a child, a lightsaber attack. Something that no other child survived. Something that no other Jedi before you had survived. Because once you get fucked with a lightsaber, that's it. And let me explain to you why it is when you get fucked with a lightsaber, you're automatically dead. A lightsaber cauterizes everything. So if you get a pole poked through you, through your stomach, through your arteries, through your bones, through everything. Everything it touches, it already seals it. That fucks you up permanently. All your veins, it fucks everything up, and you automatically die.
Yeah, and you lose that limb or arm, if lucky. Yeah, if it's your insides on your fucking torso, you're dead, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you just get stuck anywhere in your torso, in your stomach, or anywhere like that, you're fucked. If you get cut off your leg, you might still survive. Anakin stabs her in the stomach, and she survives as a child. And then, mind you, she grows up to become a Sith Inquisitor, which makes absolutely no fucking sense, because Anakin would have known. It makes no fucking sense. But let's just keep going with the fucking story.
Entertain the idea,
because we don't want to be too racist, Kike. Okay, we don't want to be too racist. So let's keep going.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan says, "You're not a bad guy. You're trying to kill Anakin. Get revenge. We can work together." And Reva gets mad and says, "No, I'm a woman and I'm strong and I can do it by myself." And she opens the door and all hell breaks loose and everybody starts fighting and shit. And here we go to some other stupid shit. There's an innocent bystander, and I don't have it here. I should have fucking, that was my bad for not having it here. But there's an innocent bystander, one of these rebels who gets shot and killed. And Obi-Wan runs, puts down his saber, picks her up, and drags her to safety, even though she's been shot. And then Tala, one of the main characters in the series, the same thing happens to her. And she's much closer to Obi-Wan than the other lady. And Obi-Wan does not go for her. Leaves her there, and instead the lady pulls out a bomb, and they close the door, and she blows everyone up. But of course, Darth Reva survives. The most powerful Sith Inquisitor survives the explosion. And then Obi-Wan decides, I'm going to have to turn myself in. And he turns himself in, and he tells the people, figure out the door. As soon as the door opens, get the fuck out of here. But I'm going to turn himself in, and I'll distract Vader. Here's some more bullshit. He turns himself in. He sits down and talks to Darth Reva and tells Darth Reva, Darth Vader's coming. He's going to be focused on me. When he's focused on me, you kill him. And Darth Reva just tells, take him away. Wait a minute. You just took him out of the tunnel where he was with the rebels, and you tell them to go and take him back in there? And they close the doors behind him? Why don't you just leave him right there where he was on his knees with everyone aiming guns at him and wait until Darth Vader arrives? Dumb fucking writing. You just pulled him out of the cave. You were having all this trouble. He came out wittingly, and you say, all right, take him back in there. And wait until Vader comes back. Let go back in there so he can kill you all, escape, and come up with a plan. Because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? What really took me out of this fucking, like, this last fucking scenes here is that, like, in a way, Obi-Wan is looking more like Jesus, and he's like, no, I'll give myself up. I'll fucking, like, I'm the one who's gonna fucking take care of it, and, you know, rest in peace, whatever the fuck. When he was like, when he was like with this fucking bitch on the other side, he's like, hey, I know what you're doing. Like it was almost like a confession, like a father and the other person on the other side, and it's a confession.
I didn't even catch like that, but you know what? You're right. I didn't even catch that.
You know, I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's a fucking totally fucking like Jesus or fucking like Catholic or Christian
little priest
thing. It's weird as fuck. I don't know.
Well, that's what a Jedi is. That's what a Jedi's supposed to do. So, yeah. But anyways, back to the idiocracy. Vader arrives, and he looks pretty cool, and he goes after them. Yeah. And, of course, the same thing, the plot hole I said was going to happen. Obi-Wan kills everybody and runs back to the rebels, and as soon as they get there, Leia catches the droid, which she didn't know how to fix in the first place, and she magically knows what's wrong with it and fixes him, and now that the droid is loose, or back to normal, she's like, oh, here it is, what I'm supposed to do. Let me just fix it. And she fixes it, even though she's in there for 20 minutes not knowing what the fuck she's doing. Yeah. People got killed, you little bitch. Yeah. Anyways, Obi-Wan shows up, and they get on a ship. And then, the biggest slap in the face to all the fans who grew up with Star Wars. The ship is taking off, and Darth Vader force holds it, and I'm like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
This takes place way before the original trilogies, before Episode 4, before A New Hope. Are you telling me Darth Vader could have done this in Rogue One to Leia's ship before it took off?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that Darth Vader could have done this to them in Episode 4 when they were taking off on the Millennium Falcon? And they were taking off on the Millennium Falcon, in Tatooine for the first time. Why did Vader suddenly forget to use these powers that he magically has now?
He was like, I guess I forgot. I'm sorry.
It gets even worse. They try to make it all badass. Yeah, he brings the ship down. He tears it open. The rebels are not there. And a ship that's behind there. And at first I didn't realize I had to rewind it. I'm like, was that ship really there the whole time? The ship was there the whole time. I went back and rewinded it. I rewinded it and then made sure it was. But the ship takes off and they get away. And I'm like, wait a minute, Darth Vader, you just pulled the first ship. Why can't you pull the second one? It's gonna be it would have taken you half a second to raise your hand again.
They were too fast. Okay, they were too fast.
Oh my God. The worst fucking writing, and not only that, the killer of fucking lore and continuity. It does not. All their movies don't make any sense. I guess Vader is incompetent and stupid. In the other movies that come after this, he's an idiot because he could have stopped ships and ended the war and fucked the rebels. But no, he forgot to use his badass Sith powers where he can stop ships. Kike.
Yeah. It's true. It's and that's when I was like, what the oh no, there's a worse part. You know that you're gonna fucking talk about this.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go.
There's no worse part here.
So
Jesus.
Yeah, we go back, we finish the fucking stupid ass fake ass non de-aged fucking fake wigs flashback, and it's shitty as fuck. And I really don't give a fuck about this at this point of the fucking show. I don't give a fuck about it. But Reva finally decides to attack Darth Vader, and it pisses me off because she's sneaking up behind him. And hey, let me just tell you something. The lightsaber, when you turn it on, already makes a noise. So if I was going to attack someone from behind with a lightsaber, I wouldn't turn it on until I was halfway down the swing, because then it's going to make a noise. But this girl goes, and then turns it on.
Jesus Christ.
She screams. Yeah, she screams for a long time and then turns on the lightsaber, and you don't expect Darth Vader to stop you and shit. It's so stupid. And then,
bitch.
And then all of a sudden, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, is suddenly a fucking Taekwondo judo master. Kike. He is judo. He's like, he's Bruce Lee. He's Bruce Lee the shit. He's Bruce Lee. He's like, I know. Yeah. No. I flow like water. I don't need to fight you. I just need to move. And he's just doing this. He's like one of those, remember those clowns those inflatable clowns you used to punch and would just move from side to side? That's all Darth Vader is doing. He's just moving from side to side and dodging her lightsaber attacks. And I'm all like, and he's doing this like, walk like an Egyptian and shit. And I'm all like, what the fuck? And like, he's a judo master all of a sudden using the Force as judo and shit. Oh my God. It gets worse. He takes away the lightsaber from her. He cuts it in half, and he throws her one. Let's have a one-on-one for fun. And right here...
Oh, come on. Come on, let's do it. You can do it. Come on.
It gets ridiculous. Reva, I don't know what she's doing. She's literally breakdancing on the floor. I have it paused, but I'm explaining this because I'm about to press play so you can see for yourself. She's not even striking at Darth Vader. She's breakdancing around him on the floor. And she's not even trying to hit. Watch this shit. What the fuck are you doing? Look at this. She's breakdancing on the floor, not even hitting him. What the shit? Who wrote this bullshit, Kike? Who choreographed this? Our friend choreographed this. Yeah. Look at this shit.
Oh my God.
Finally, this idiocracy. Just when I think that it's gonna end, she starts seeing Darth Vader coming towards her, and she gets visions of Hayden Christensen coming at her as a little girl, and we get a flashback, and we see that Darth Vader stabs her through the fucking stomach, right? Mm-hmm. The stomach, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Grand Inquisitor comes out.
Yeah.
Comes out. And he's back. No explanation. No explanation. There's no time for it. The episode's almost over. We'll talk about this later. There's no explanation. He's there, and he says, now we're going to leave you like we found you on the ground. And they walk away without killing her. She's still alive, and let's just leave her there. She's not going to be any trouble. Hang on. And of course, Darth Reva survives this. Now, before we move on, let me just explain something here. The Grand Inquisitor got killed earlier in episode 2 with a lightsaber through the stomach, which we already explained the physics why you wouldn't survive that.
Yep.
Reva not only got killed by Darth Vader here in this episode the same way, but she got killed by Anakin when she was a child the same way. And all these 3 motherfuckers, I mean, really it's 2, but Reva's when she was little. So Reva survived it twice. They survived this. Are you telling me that Qui-Gon Jinn from the Revenge of the Sith, or the whatever it was called, the first episode, that he could have survived this? Darth Maul killed him the same way.
Yeah.
Why did he die? But these woke ass motherfuckers over here are still alive.
Because they want to fuck with us, bro. That's why. No continuity. We're erasing history right here. That's what we do. Darth
Reva is so powerful. She survives Kike, and not only does she survive this, they don't kill her. They don't kill her. Logically, Darth Vader should have killed her, chopped her head off. We're bad guys. We're not going to leave you alive. You just try to kill us and betray us. No, we're just going to leave you on the floor so you can cause trouble later. It makes no fucking sense. But here she goes. She finds that little thing that they dropped. That Obi-Wan, remember Obi-Wan? I told you he didn't delete the message. Why didn't he delete the message? Oh, because I'm going to drop it on the floor so Darth Reva can conveniently pick it up and find that Luke Skywalker is alive and shit.
It's so simple-minded.
Whoopie
Like the whole fucking like story of he left that. It's like an old 1960s, 70s fucking like, detective fucking show. But you see here, what is this?
The episode ends with Luke Skywalker, little boy, whatever the fuck, probably gonna be the worst actor in the world, probably. I'm already tired of little Leia. But Kike, this is the worst writing in any Star Wars show I have ever had the pleasure of viewing.
You had the pleasure? So you enjoyed it?
No. No, I said that wrong. That's an expression I hear and it sounds cool, but no, that's not what I mean. This sucked ass.
Look, I know, dude. I understand. There's many fucking inconsistencies and you can see this like right off the bat. Like if you're sitting down and you're watching this show and you'd be like, so there's several fucking teams that work on this one show, but they don't care to talk to each other about like what's going on. Because in one scene we see Anakin and he looks old as fuck. And then the other scene where we show him where he's like the same age, he looks way younger, way better. So what is that fucking team over there doing? And what is this one doing that is better than that one? One's overseeing this shit. What the fuck is going on? With the
visual effects, they're outsourcing. They have several different studios doing several different scenes to finish on time.
They need to stop doing that because they need to have their own fucking like brain center fucking, visual effects if they want to become anything better than anyone else. Because then you're going to fucking just be teaching or not teaching. People are getting better anywhere than here in the US. But anyway,
yeah.
Like that's fucking bullshit. Don't do that shit. Make it fucking consistent. Like that's fucking stupid. One. Second, the story and the development of the characters. Like how many fucking teams of writers are there? And are they even talking to each other? Are they just being like, hey, you know what?
We've explained this.
For now.
The writers and the people that write the stories, they don't know the lore. They are just like on the bandwagon because, my dad loves Star Wars and I saw some of the movies. I think it's cool. And now I have a 4-year degree because I went to a college because my dad paid for all that shit. Sure. And I can get a job here and I'm going to write Star Wars stories. All right, I'm woke as fuck. And they hired me because of that. Yeah. And that's what's going on. These motherfuckers are part-timers. They're not real fans, Kike. And they're the ones writing the shit that they're feeding us. And it sucks ass. And that's why it fucks with continuity, because you know what? On the surface, some of these are good ideas, but they're just not well refined. It's like nobody proved. Can you imagine if it's like me letting me write the script without somebody proofreading it? There's gonna be all sorts of mistakes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like shit like this, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and check out the full podcast on the link to the right, where we discuss more topics we don't post on these short videos. Peace.